I walk off stage after our show and my partner Nick, who works in my band, just comes running over. He's like, do you know who was watching you? And I was like, who? He's like, Jelly Roll. And I was like, what? His manager comes and finds me. He's like, Jelly wants to meet you. Go over and meet Jelly. And he's just like, bro, like, I love that song. I didn't know that was you. I've been texting Keith. We're like best buddies and telling him I'm literally in Australia watching Kaylee sing your song. Like they're texting back and forth. He's like, I love that song so much. So nice to meet you. I really want to sing with you. Would you come and sing with me?
Kaylee Bell, since we last sat down behind a microphone, your life has changed so much. I think the last time I saw you, you were pregnant. Well, the last time I interviewed you were pregnant.
Yes, a lot has changed.
So let's wind the clock back. So you were an absolute queen. So you had your baby boy and then you were back on stage like how long after?
I think it was 6 weeks.
Wild.
Yeah, which again is something that I wouldn't recommend, but here we are. We did it.
Oh my gosh. But you've absolutely nailed it. Just seeing you up on there, it's such a strong female thing to see you up on there and like, especially when you were performing while you were pregnant. Like that was
hectic. Again, I think there's an element of like naivety that served me well through that time. But I also hope that encourages other women to do it because it's like, why shouldn't you just keep doing your thing, right? Like it didn't even cross my mind that there would be challenges. And I mean, the biggest challenge was obviously trying to breathe when you're like literally 8 months pregnant and like got this child pushing on everything. So it was challenging, but I'm just so glad I did it. It was fun. It was like, there's no reason why I shouldn't have done that.
Oh, and I bawled my eyes out when I listened to your latest album and you've written a song about your son and I was like, because I've got 2 boys, so it's just so relatable. Right? Yeah.
And it's so nice to be writing from that perspective now because I think we have a lot of females come to our show anyway, right? But it's so nice to relate to people on that level now of being a mother because like I look back on my sisters and my siblings, you know, time of going through that and you're like, I was not a good sister. Oh. You just don't get it until you get it.
Yes.
So now I'm glad I get it. And I love now that when, you know, other females come up to me and meet and greet lines or I can write from that perspective now where I hope that this is like a through road into people and because it's like we're all doing it hard. We're all trying to do a million things at once. You're exactly the same as I am. And it's so nice to relate to people on that level now.
And you actually debuted a song that you haven't released yet at on your latest tour about, I'm going to be a bad interviewer. Mankind.
Yeah.
And I was watching that and I welled up listening to it because as a mum of boys, that is exactly how I feel. So, like, when are we getting that song?
Yeah.
Because we need it very
wrote
much.
that with 2 of my best friends, Tom Jordan, that makes my records, and Mel Dyer. We wrote that in Nashville 6 months ago. We kind of had that perspective like the world is crazy. We all kind of have a personal responsibility to make it better. And it was kind of like, how do we put that in a song? And it was like, if you raise the boy right, you make the man kind. Obviously, double meaning. And yeah, it feels like a really special song.
It is.
So I think that we need to do something with it. I think we'll probably get in the studio, hopefully, and record it and get it out to people. And it belongs in the world. Having done it on tour, that was the first time we played that song. I had no idea what to expect. That's like the one that people were like, that's the song we want. And so I've loved hearing that in such an organic way. So now we need to get into the studio and actually do something with that song.
You do. Because also, like, so I went to your Auckland show and there's something about your shows, they just kind of bring people together. And I've told this story on the podcast before, but I was coming to the show by myself because my friend that was supposed to come could no longer come.
Thank you for coming, by the way.
Oh my God.
I love that you like genuinely advocate and you put your money where your mouth is and you support artists.
Yes. I was like,
it's beautiful that you do that.
I never take free tickets from New Zealand artists, like, or if they send me an album, I always go and buy it anyway because I'm like, because you have to like give back.
We need to support local. I will 100% agree with you on that. There's so much international stuff coming in. Touring is so expensive. If we don't support local, we'll have nothing left, you know?
And like, I know I shouldn't, but when I saw Jelly Roll and Shabuzi got cancelled, I was on my Instagram straight away and I was like, go get those tickets to Kaylee Bell, people. That's where you should have been in the first this place.
Aw,
And
that's
so
so
I was
fun.
walking, I got out of the Uber and I had a couple of glasses of champagne and I saw this group of people and I thought they were coming to the show and I didn't want to walk down Queen Street by myself. And I was like, you guys going to Kaylee Bell? And they're like, oh, we were supposed to be at Jelly Roll. And then one girl, Sam, she was like, I've always wanted to see her. I was like, well, babe, come along. So I took her and we had the best time.
That is legendary, can I just say? You are a total legend.
No, we honestly
Nobody can make friends with someone in the sidewalk,
I
but
felt-
Sharon Casey can.
I felt like I don't know, it was really weird. I just felt like we connected.
Yeah.
It was strange. But anyway, we went along and we had such a good time.
That's so cool.
And we literally went, sung our heart out at your show. We were having conversations. We were talking to the people next to us. And then we left and we've texted a couple of times since then.
Never heard from her again.
No, but it was just so weird. It was like we just spent 2 hours together and then it was like,
Oh,
see you later,
see ya.
thanks for a great night. But what I observed at your show, it's such a beautiful community.
Yeah.
Like we had, I think I sent you a picture where I was like, there's these two little girls dressed up as you in front of us and like
Yes.
their mums were there and the mums were having a few wines and they were dancing and they were
It's
so
fun.
excited to be there. And
It is so fun, isn't it? Like, I feel like we've built, like you said, a community
Yeah.
in New Zealand now. And it's like mums want to bring their kids, but they also want to come and, let loose and have some fun. And that's 100% what it should be like. And it's like, it's so cool to see the joy. It's been funny because I feel like this tour has been such a cool way to wrap the year. Like, obviously, like you said, had a baby at the start of the year. Didn't really know what the year looked like, if I'm going to be
Yeah.
honest. And didn't know if I could tour. Just so many questions. And this tour answered a lot of those questions for me because people showed up and there was just
yeah.
so much joy in these shows, and seeing the audiences were just like, it was such a good reminder of like, God, I love what I do. It's
Yeah.
the coolest.
well, because my husband and I, we took our oldest Tyson over to Melbourne to see Oasis because it's our favourite band, his favourite band.
Nice.
And my mum came up to look after our youngest, and I was like, "Oh, well, why don't you stay until Wednesday and come up?" And then we spent a couple of days. And she goes, "I can't." Faye, who's her friend, Faye and I have already bought tickets to see Kaylee Bell, and so I can't. And I was like, "Well, why don't you just stay and you can come to?" No, Faye, it's our thing, and we're going.
Oh, I
and so
love that.
she left instead of hanging out with us so that she could come back for your show. I was like, "Oh
She's
my
got
God.
her priorities straight, Sharon. She's got it
She
right.
does, but then she sent me every podcast. She listens to every podcast, and she sends me a review. It's always constructive.
God, don't you love your mother?
I know, but she sent a review of your show. She's like, Faye and I had such a great time. We were up, we were dancing. Her voice sounded better than ever. It was just such a great show.
Oh, that's amazing.
But you're almost like one of those people that you bring together all of the different ages and everyone just has fun.
That's what's been cool to see too. I think there's been like 3 generations. It's become quite a normal thing. It's like grandma, mom, child. Like it's
Yeah.
been like we're covering all ages, and I love it so much because it's like you get the kids that you're like, this is important because this is like future country fans in New Zealand
Yes.
finally, which makes me so proud. But then you get like anybody that loves music wants to come, and that's cool too.
Oh, and it was so cool too because then, like at your Auckland show, you look over to the kind of the Queen's box or
Yes,
whatever they
the
call
Queen's
it,
box.
and all of the artists that were supposed to be
Yeah,
playing with Jelly
I know,
Roll
right?
had turned up to come and support your show.
That was such a silver lining. We'd obviously toured over in Australia for the weeks leading in on a festival called Strumming Bird with Jelly Roll, Shabuzi, a guy called Drew Baldridge, who I've loved for a long time. And so, yeah, the silver lining of that whole thing was that Drew and I had been texting anyway and hanging out, and I messaged him and I'm like, hey man, like, I'm so sad. I genuinely was so sad that
Yeah.
they cancelled, but would you like to come and sing? And he was like, absolutely, I'll be there. And it was just like, what a cool, beautiful, like,
It was awesome.
moment, you know?
I was sitting there and I was like, oh my God, this is the guy I've been watching on TikTok.
Yeah.
And so it was really
And he's
cool
like
to,
right here in New Zealand with it. He's just,
Yeah.
he's so cool and so genuine. And that song, like, I have so much respect for someone like Drew because he took that song to radio in America with his own money. There's so much risk involved. And anyone that knows like that game over there knows how much money it costs to take a song to radio. And he backed it and it went #1. And to me, that's just like such a win because that's like the fans decided that song was a #1 song
Yeah.
and he made it happen for himself. And so, yeah, I have so much respect for Drew.
Yeah, well, we had him as, because every week on a Tuesday we do the pop culture wrap on the podcast, and you were pop culture person of the week when you
Oh,
performed with
thank
Jelly Roll,
you.
and then. And then I made him pop
Good.
culture person of the week because he like went and did a pop-up
Yes,
show
he
at
got it right.
Jolene.
He's like, I'm in New Zealand.
Yeah,
let
let's
me
do
do
it.
something. I know. I was like super stoked when I saw that too. I'm like, he's going where he knows the fans are. Like,
Yeah.
how cool is that?
It's so cool.
Yeah.
And also, just before that happened, Jelly Roll's on the side of stage and then he gets you to perform
my
with him.
God.
How the heck did that happen?
Oh my gosh. I'm going to unpack this for a minute because we'd played in Brisbane the week before and Sunshine Coast was the first festival show for Strumming Bird. And I remember saying to my friend Kate specifically, I was like, I don't think we're going to get to meet them. Like Jelly Roll and Shabuzi's sort of change room had security. They were over the way. So I was like, okay, I've accepted we probably won't even get to meet them, and that's fine. Fast forward, the next weekend we're in Newcastle and we're on at 5 o'clock too, remember? So I didn't even think Jelly Roll would be on site till just before he played. And so, we're playing Keith. I remember like the crowd going crazy, and I actually didn't even put 2 and 2 together at the time.
You're like, man, they really like
I was
Keith.
like, something's going on, but I don't know what it is. Great song, guys. Thank you. And so I walk off stage after our show, and my partner Nick, who works in my band, just comes running over. He's like, do you know who was watching you? And I was like, who? He's like, Jelly Roll. And I was like, what? So anyway, his manager comes and finds me. He's like, Jelly wants to meet you. Go over and meet Jelly. And he's just like, bro, like, I love that song. I didn't know that was you. I've been texting Keith. We're like best buddies and telling him I'm literally in Australia watching Kaylee sing your song. Like they're texting back and forth. He's like, I love that song so much. So nice to meet you. I really want to sing with you. Would you come and sing with me? And I was like,
yes.
Like it was like a movie.
Yeah.
Like you could never have scripted anything like that. Like apparently he just like sprinted over to stage to watch us play.
That's amazing.
So so it was so cool. And then we did the song in Newcastle and he's like, I'd love to do it with you any chance we get. Like come and do it in Perth, come and do it in Auckland. So it just became a thing.
Were you going to do it in Auckland?
We were very much going to do it in Auckland.
Yeah, because I saw on your Instagram that you had the meet and greet was usually after the show, but you were going to do it before. And I was like, she's going to go before Jelly Roll.
Yeah, we were going to try anyway, like a really fast Zoom across.
Yeah,
because
oh my
I mean
God.
that moment would have been cool. But yeah, I think like it all played out how it was meant to play out, and hopefully we get to do it with him in future. And I'm so sad that he couldn't put a show on. Genuinely, like he is one of the nicest guys, and I mean that touring schedule alone, like we were part of some of it just through the festival thing, but he had his own side shows that whole time in like Australia, and so it's like it's a lot, and I can see how he would have got to that point where like the health just starts to give way.
100%.
Because we'd done a Perth overnight to Wellington for our first show with no sleep, and like you just start going a bit mad.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Well, because did you get to meet Bunny, his wife? I want to interview her
She
so bad.
wasn't there, I don't think.
Interview her so bad.
She'd be
She's
a good
so
yarn.
cool. I've DM'd her.
Have you?
Sometimes I like go a little bit crazy at nighttime and
love
I
it.
send the most. I'm
Do
gonna
you get some good ones back though?
usually like reality TV people will reply. So like people from Selling Sunset or like Bravo shows and stuff, which I'm obsessed with, so I love. But I one day will have to do a bit on the podcast where I reveal some of the messages. Like the messages I've sent to Robbie Williams and like Fran Drescher from The Nanny. And like I try and go for people that aren't okay. I did message Taylor Swift. And
Did you? But
yeah, and I found Tree Payne, her publicist's email address. I sent her an email. Like
Nice.
but I just do it at home when I'm
when
really
you're like,
tired.
yeah, and you have those. Actually, I've only done it a couple times, and I have to say, my success rate so far has been okay. That I'm like, I'm not put off it yet.
Oh my God, I am an embarrassment.
Because when I actually did it for when we got Tania Doko from Bachelor Girl to sing with us.
That was my next.
Yeah, so that was a cold message off Instagram, and I don't normally do this. So this is like, I've only done it twice. I did it with a guy called Travis Heidelman who produces Dasher.
Amazing.
I did it with him. He produced my song Cowboy Up through that. So that was like one success. So I was like, I'm going to do it again. So I did it with Bachelor Girl who'd play at the Australian Open, and they'd just like done this little performance on main court, and I was like, they're just so good.
Yeah.
And I literally just messaged them being like, you guys are just still so amazing.
So
like,
good.
didn't expect anything back. And then Tanya, who's the lead singer, she hit me back and she's like, Kaylee, I love your stuff. And so then we got talking. So again, I'm like, what is your success rate? Because it's actually, mine's been 2 out of 2 so far.
Oh my God, because I saw when you posted that and I commented, I was like, that's my friend. She's singing Buses and Trains. Because Buses and Trains is by Bachelor Girl is one of the most underrated pop songs ever. It is one of my favorite songs of all time. And when I saw you singing that, I was like,
and she still sounds the same.
Yeah.
Like, we were just like...
It was unbelievable. I watched it so many times. I couldn't.
And she's the nicest. Like, she is the coolest human. Just also, like, energy like I've never known. Like, she still loves what she does. And it's so nice to meet somebody in that part of your career where she's been doing it a long time. Yeah. She could be jaded. She's not. She's all about lifting people up, and she's really cool.
Oh my God, I just love them so much.
Yes.
That song, it just never gets old.
Why is it so good? I'm always like, I've started a playlist, and I think we probably need to get you on this group chat because there's like, there's like songs that are perfect songs. Like you just wouldn't do anything different with them. And Buses and Trains is on that list.
It is definitely on there. And
Kiss Me, Sixpence None the Richer.
Crush by Jennifer Page.
Yes.
Islands of the Stream, obviously the greatest song ever written.
Mostly female songs, I have to say. I've got a lot of Tina Arena songs on that list.
Oh, Tina Arena.
Tina Arena.
She was, and Belinda Carlisle.
Yes, Belinda Carlisle.
Which I always get Tina Arena and Belinda Carlisle confused. Who did I Surrender by the Sweet Surrender?
Serena Moon's Tina Arena. Yep.
Yes.
So we have her record at home, and James, my son, has been introduced. That was the first record that I've played for him. So he's going to be a massive Tina Arena fan.
Also, underrated Michelle Branch.
Michelle Branch, come on. And the Wreckers, which was her little side project that did Leave the Pieces.
Yes! Oh my god, that album is a no skip album for me.
Oh, it is too.
I still listen to it.
Same.
Cigarettes in Tennessee.
Yes, Tennessee kills me. That
my
song
God.
crushes, right? Yep. So bring back the Wreckers.
Really should.
Yeah.
And Michelle Branch, everyone always just talks about everywhere. But hello, what about Breathe?
I was
going to
say,
to you?
we've forgotten about a lot of other songs on that record.
Well,
even the album cover to me is just
Icon.
again, don't change it. It was perfect.
Oh my God. It's just had so many things unlocked for me right now. Also, I'm just thinking about that song. Do you remember S2S, the Australian sisters? And they did that song, My Sister,
Yeah. Were they Australian?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't
still
know that.
listen to that song too. She's a vocal. One of them's a vocal coach now.
Okay.
Which is, I can see why, because she was iconic.
She was quite a good singer.
She was. Okay, let's look at your year.
Yeah.
Baby, massive tours, performing with international superstars. Calling out your partner Nick via song for not proposing to you yet. Which, by the way, how did that go down when you played that to him?
Song went down a treat, but still hasn't resulted in any outcome.
Nick, what the fuck? Honestly.
But a lot of people have said it worked for them, so I'm stoked for them.
I mean, that's just Nick. If you're watching this, let's sort your shit
out.
The
song starts with "It's been 8 years," and that's a long time. I'm like, if you make me sing "It's been 9 years,"
yes.
you're in trouble.
That's so good. Do you know what the best proposal would be? Is if you're in the middle of that song and then he just comes out and proposes at the end.
Because it'd be so unlike him too. He hates anytime he works the stage stuff, he's in the dark, in and out, gone.
Yeah.
So that would be a real moment.
Which is so funny because he was a midnight youth, so you'd think
I
that
know, right?
he'd want any chance to be on there and be like, "Hey guys, I'm still here. Have you guys heard of the letter? That was a banger." But anyway, Nick will be looking for it, and that's what we want. At the end of the song, just come out, get down on one knee.
Do it.
But then you also you've released the album, and now you've released a Christmas song.
I have done a Christmas song.
This is icon status.
What a way to wrap the year, right? Baby
really is.
Christmas song.
Yeah. It's his first Christmas. He's like, for your first Christmas.
Yeah, he's like, of course, mummy.
Yeah. So how do you go about writing a Christmas song? Because it must be really hard to not make it cliche.
Yeah, well, we kind of wrote it without even thinking it was ever going to see the light of day. So you'll understand this. I've always loved Christmas, right? And I went to Craighead, which was a girls' school in Timaru. We're both from Timaru. And we always had a carol service. So I actually wrote a song for that in my last year of school called Mary. And every year my Craighead girls hit me up being like, when's Mary coming out?
Yes.
I still haven't recorded it. So anyway, fast forward, I'm living in Nashville with some Australians. It was Christmas kind of November kind of time leading in. We'd put up the Christmas tree. We didn't have a tally in the flat. So we were sitting around with the guitars and we're like, let's write a Christmas song. So very much just on the fly, right? Didn't think anything of it. And then had James started this year. He had a tongue tie. We ended up in Starship for a little bit of time. And I was like, it would be really cool to give back to them one day because they do a lot of amazing things for children and just, it's a cool thing to give back to when it makes sense. And so I was like, well, how cool would it be to do, a Christmas song, put some joy in the world. It's a weird time in the world right now. I think we need some more joy. I thought back to that song that we'd written in that Nashville flat. I was like, that song felt up and it felt like I could turn that into something Christmassy and classic. And so the whole kind of thing spun, and to make sense and align with everything that I wanted to do and wanted it to stand for and wanted to give back to Starship. So yeah, that's kind of the whole premise of how that whole thing kind of came about.
And I think that that's actually really timely because I think a lot of time people think about charities at Christmas time and stuff like that, but we were in Starship in the NICU at Christmas time. We left on the 23rd of December. Wow. We'd been there for 7 weeks with Ruben, my youngest, and they put so much effort into looking after all the families and they need so much help. But also at Christmas time, they put so much effort into looking after the families and they make it really special. So I think it's really one of the charge nurses or something, her mum knits soft toys, a stack of soft toys throughout the year. And at Christmas time, every NICU baby gets a little
that's so beautiful.
Knitted dog or something. It's so cute. But they do all this stuff to make it special. So it's really quite poignant. Is that the
Yeah,
word?
and when
to
you're
do
like-
something Christmassy.
It is. Because when you've been on that side of it, like you have as well, it's like you really appreciate just little things, don't you?
Yeah.
Like that can kind of just lift your mood.
yeah.
And so I think, yeah, it's one of those things that, I don't know, in a world that like we so much,
Yeah.
I really want to make sure that like, yeah, we take my little son James into Starship this Christmas and he learns what it's like to, you know, see other kids and give
Yeah.
back. And I think it's important, isn't it?
Do you know what's so interesting? And I don't know if it's like what it is about the genre, and I know that lots of other genres do, but you, in the last 3 weeks, I have spoken to you and you're raising money for Starship. Cara Rhodes is raising money for Shine, and she's country, and then Sophie Maud is country artist. She's raising money for an OCD
Wow.
rehab thing, but it's like really amazing. Like, I don't know, there's something about country music and
Yeah.
the women in it are so
Yeah.
selfless that they just want to give back to people that really deserve it.
I
It's
couldn't agree more
amazing.
with women in country music are amazing. And I think that's why I've always been grateful that I grew up on like so many females in country music, because the 90s, as you know, was popping off because they were such amazing role models and like everything they stood for, and like they cared about their fans and what the message was in the song that they were putting out in the world. They actually cared about, you know?
Have you read I think we've talked about this before, but have you read the book oh crap, now I forgot what it's called. But it's the book, and it's literally all about Casey Musgraves is on the cover.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
it's
I
all
have.
about women in country music.
Yes,
I
I
can't
have.
remember what it is.
Yeah, I know it's blue and black.
Yes,
and
it's like,
yeah,
but
yes.
it's the most amazing, eye-opening book
Yes.
about what it's like to be
I
a
need to
female
read that
in
again.
country.
I've got that by my bed.
Yes, you should. It's so good.
Yes, no, you're right.
I
It
need to remember who I lent it to. If I lent you that book, can you give it back?
Is
Fuck.
it Marissa Moss? Is she that? She might be the author. Or she's
Marissa-
involved somehow.
Yes, I think she is. Yeah, it's such.
It's
a
so
good
insightful
book.
because I mean, I feel like Tammy Nielsen does a much better job of explaining this and all the stats and things, but because she's really good friends with Jada Dreyer, who's Canadian, who puts a lot of that stuff together. But I think there's like 8% of females on US country radio this year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's disgusting. And I do go through a lot of like playlists often and just count, and it'll be like two females for every 30 male. And you're just
Yeah.
like, is it 2025? Have I missed something?
Also, like the country gals are
And they're so good.
so
That's
much.
the other thing. That's the other thing.
Because I'll like see, you'll see country artists that are like coming to New Zealand, and like some of them are a bit problematic, and they're selling out like multiple Sparks, and you're like, Mara Morris is coming here in February,
Yeah.
everybody,
Yeah.
and she should be selling out multiple
I mean,
Sparks.
talk about songs. Like she's had so many freaking hits, right? And like,
Thank you, someone that finally gets it.
yes, yes,
But I think it's so great, like that you're finally getting your flowers that you deserve, because you work so hard. I don't think people quite understand how hard that you work, and you balance so much stuff, and it's really admirable. And the fact that you just like never ever let something stop you from like going to that next level, like that's
you.
such a great example for James as well. Like it's
yeah.
just
We
so
want to teach
awesome.
him work ethic, and he's definitely going to learn it from
Yeah,
Nick and I, because we don't stop. But it's also like when you love something. I think I've really reflected a lot lately on just like how lucky I am to wake up and do something I love, because a lot of people don't. And you'll be the same. Like growing up in small towns, it was always like, it was kind of like, I'm not, how do I say this? It was almost like, oh, the music's like treated like a hobby and like not laughed about, but like definitely not taken seriously,
Yeah,
right? And it would have
definitely.
been a lot easier for me to taken a different route. You know, like I was enrolled in PE school and into performing arts school, and like luckily my parents were like, do what you love. But in a perfect world for the South Island, I probably should have gone down the safer, easier way, right? You know, and like, so like how grateful I am though to wake up and do something I love, and it doesn't feel like work, and you'll be the same, right?
Yeah, definitely. Well, yes,
But
I am
you've got to
now.
be brave to make those
Yeah.
choices,
That
right?
was like the end of last year. I realized I was waking up and not enjoying going to radio every day. Like I loved
Yeah.
going there for the people, but I wasn't appreciating the privilege of still doing that job. And so being able to like walk away and now do something that when I wake up and I get to go do it is so fun. Is like
Absolutely, but
best.
you're doing that because of everything
Yeah.
you've learnt before, right? And you chose the
Definitely.
route that was probably really difficult at the time, and you've
Yeah.
had to stand up for yourself in so many situations.
it's
And
humbling.
Be the only female in the room, right? You
Yeah,
know?
definitely. And it's also again like because I this morning interviewed Cara Rhodes, and she was calling me on her 15-minute break. She's like a lawyer as well. And she's just released an album and she's like calling me on her 15-minute break to do this interview.
I love it.
It's so funny.
Just
I
the
was like,
juggle way.
I know.
The juggle.
You just got to try and figure it all
You'd
out.
figure it out because if you want to do it that badly, you figure it out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's so awesome to have you in here. My last question is, on your new album, there's a song about Shania Twain.
Oh, yeah.
That was like such a great sing-along at the concert, by the way.
Thank you.
But have we heard from Shania?
We have not, actually. We
'Cause
need to make
I've
that happen,
DM'd
don't
Shania.
we? Have you?
Yeah, I've DM'd.
Yes. Maybe I should. My strike rate's been pretty good.
Your show has been better than mine. But I've DM'd Shania Twain to be like, hey, Shania, I would love to get you on the podcast. And, blah, blah.
great.
And by the way, there's a New Zealand country artist called Kaylee Bell. She's written a song about you.
She's
and,
about due to come back down here too, right?
yeah, and I'm like, during the interview,
Be
we
like,
should
part
FaceTime
of the
her.
visa process of coming to New Zealand, Shania, is you have to listen to this song.
Amen. And you have to perform with Kaylee Bell.
Yeah, honestly, she is my, as you know, she is my bucket list of
my
just
God.
everything. So just even to be in the same breathing space and for her to say, hi, Kaylee.
Oh my God, imagine that.
I'd die. I'd be deceased.
You would-
It would
we
be
gotta-
the end of me.
We need to make this happen. Could everyone please spam Shania Twain and tell her to read my DM?
All I want for Christmas is Shania.
Well, that could be your Christmas song next year.
Yeah, that's the next
year.
one. Yeah, okay.
Well, Kaylee Bell, thank you so much.
I love
for
you,
joining
Sharon
us.
Casey.
I
You're a
love you.
legend.
And it's so weird when I have to like use your full name in an interview. Like, thank you very much, Kaylee Bell, full name. I just need to put your middle name in there
Yeah,
now.
that's all we're missing now.
We're sorted. But make sure you go and support Kaylee Bell's new album. Well, it's not so new now, but it's still pretty new, so support that. But also go and get amongst that Christmas song. Raise money for Starship. You
Yes.
are a queen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yay.
Yay! Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Very desperate.